Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to 365 Days of Love and Miracles with A Course in Miracles. My name is Arlene Geres, and I am so glad that you are here. Please remember to listen right until the very end, because we have a special treat for you. And if you enjoyed today's video, please click like and subscribe down below, because this helps others to find us on YouTube. Today's lesson is lesson number 68. Love holds no grievances. Yesterday's lesson told us that love created us as itself. Since we are literally a part of God and God is love, then we are love. Since we are love, we can hold no grievances. Let's read today's lesson. You who were created by love like itself can hold no grievances and know yourself. To hold a grievance is to forget who you are. To hold a grievance is to see yourself as a body. To hold a grievance is to let the ego rule your mind and to condemn the body to death. Perhaps you do not yet fully realize just what holding grievances does to your mind. It seems to split you off from your source and make you unlike him. It makes you believe that he is like what you think you have become, for no one can conceive of his creator as unlike himself. Let's talk about it. We cannot hold a grievance and feel our connection with our creator. Any time that we have a grievance against ourselves or against another person, it is so important that we stop and we do our forgiveness work. That means that we go inside, we ask ourselves, what am I upset about? What am I holding a grievance about? We have large grievances and we have small grievances. But in A Course in Miracles, there is no difference, because they all give us the feeling that we are disconnected from our Creator, and thus we are disconnected from ourselves. If you need any help with your forgiveness work, please contact me. You can find me at www.arlenegeres.com. Let's keep reading. Shut off from yourself, which remains aware of its likeness to its creator. Yourself seems to sleep, while the part of your mind that weaves illusions in its sleep appears to be awake. Can all this arise from holding grievances? Oh, yes, but he who holds grievances denies he was created by love, and his creator has become fearful to him in his dream of hate. Who can dream of hatred and not fear God? Let's talk about it. Remember, grievances are from the world of the ego. Love is from God. There is no meeting place. Any time that we are holding on to a grievance, no matter how small, is we go to the water tap and we shut off the water. Then we're standing there holding the hose and wondering, I wonder why no water's coming out. That's what a grievance does. We are literally shutting off our connection to our source. Our source never leaves us. God never leaves us. But we are able to stop the flow. We might think it's just a small grievance. We're just taking the hose and we're bending it in two to stop the water flow. It doesn't really matter how we do it. When we shut off our connection, there is only one thing that we can do. We need to clear the lines. We need to unkink the hose. We need to turn on the water tap. We need to let go of the grievance that is literally choking our connection to God. Let's keep reading. It is as sure that those who hold grievances will redefine God in their own image as it is certain that God created them like himself and defined them as part of him. It is as sure that those who hold grievances will suffer guilt, as it is certain that those that forgive can live in peace. It is as sure that those who hold grievances will forget who they are, as it is certain that those who forgive will remember. Let's talk about it. Here we have the two polarities. We have the world of the ego, in which we're holding on to a grievance, in which we're going to feel shame, because we know deep inside of us that there is only one of us here. Any time that I'm holding a resentment against you, I'm also holding a resentment against myself. On the other hand, we have the world of God, where we know that God created us like himself. We know that we are literally love, and God defines us as being a part of him. Which do you choose, my friends? Is it worth it to hold on to that grievance even a second longer? Let's keep reading. Would you not be willing to relinquish your grievances if you believed all this were so? Perhaps you do not think you can let your grievances go. That, however, is simply a matter of motivation. Today, we will try to find out how you would feel without them. If you succeed, even by ever so little, there will never be a problem in motivation ever again. Let's talk about it. It all comes down to how motivated we are to let the grievances go. This lesson promises us that if we are consistent in our practices, we are going to experience relief. And as we learn the relief that comes from letting go of all of our resentments, we are going to gain greater and greater motivation to let go of all future resentments. Let's keep reading. Begin today's extended practice period by searching your mind for those against whom you hold what you regard as major grievances. Some of these will be quite easy to find. Then think of the seemingly minor grievances you hold against those you like and even think you love. It will quickly become apparent that there is no one against whom you do not cherish grievances of some sort. This has left you alone in all the universe in your perception of yourself. Let's talk about it. We are all, in fact, one in God, my friends. We are an idea in the mind of God, and we never really leave our source, but we think we do anytime that we are holding a grievance of any kind. These grievances are not always in our awareness. Sometimes they're deep in our subconscious. The Course tells us to take the time to ponder this question: what grievances am I holding? You may want to go through the different people in your life, starting with those that are closest to you. We don't always want to admit that we're holding a grievance towards someone that we love. The hardest grievance that I had to accept for myself is that I was holding a grievance against my son for dying. He was only 32. I had a totally different idea of how things were going to go with him. I imagined him marrying the love of his life. I imagined grandchildren. I imagined him being there for me in my old age. But that was not to be. Even though it's been 16 years, there's still lots of sadness and probably a need to continue doing some forgiveness work. This is not easy work, my friends. It brings up lots of emotion. And yet, if we want to be free, we need to see the importance of forgiveness. We need to do the work if we don't want to feel that we're all alone in the universe. Let's keep reading. Determine now to see all these people as friends. Say to them all, thinking of each one in turn as you do so, I would see you as my friend, that I may remember you are part of me and come to know myself. Let's talk about it. When we accept that we are literally one with God and all of creation, we are able to say this mantra and really mean it. I would see you as my friend, that I may remember you are part of me and come to know myself. When I let go of my grievance toward you, I am able to come to that place deep inside of me that tells me that I am love itself. Let's finish the reading. Spend the remainder of the practice period trying to think of yourself as completely at peace with everyone and everything, safe in a world that protects you and loves you, and you love in return. Try to feel safety surrounding you, hovering over you, and holding you up. Try to believe, however briefly, that nothing can harm you in any way. At the end of the practice period, tell yourself, love holds no grievances. When I let all my grievances go, I will know I am perfectly safe. The short practice period should include a quick application of today's idea in this form. Whenever any thought of grievance arises against anyone, physically present or not, love holds no grievances. Let me not betray myself. In addition, repeat the idea several times an hour in this form. Love holds no grievances. I would wake to myself by laying all my grievances aside and wakening in Him. Let's talk about it. For our longer practice periods, first thing in the morning and last thing just before we go to sleep, we are asked to read the entire lesson. Then we are asked to think of every single person that we might hold a grievance against. and say to them, I would see you as my friend, that I may remember you are part of me and come to know myself. Remember, there is only one of us here. When I forgive you, I am forgiving myself. We take our time with this, naming each person, place, or thing that we might be holding a grievance against. We go through them one by one, and then we just sit. We imagine ourselves being completely at peace with this person, place, thing, or situation. When I do this, I can literally feel my son is here with me. He is still present. He's wrapping his arms around me. He's holding me close. I can feel his comfort and love. Can you do that with each person that you have been holding a grievance against, my friend? This is healing work. This is important work. When we do it, we will feel safe in a world that comforts us and loves us, and that we love in return. This is the way to perfect peace, joy, and happiness. I hope that you'll take the time to do it today. For our hourly practice periods, we want to think of each person, place, thing, or situation that might have brought up any kind of upset within us in that past hour. We simply say to ourselves, love holds no grievances. Let me not betray myself. And then often in between the hour, we simply say, love holds no grievances. I would wake to myself by laying all my grievances aside and awakening in Him. You may want to write that on an index card or in your phone and put it on sticky notes all over your house or all over your workplace so that you remember to say that often during the day. Love holds no grievances. I would wake to myself by laying all my grievances aside and awakening in Him. Thanks so much for listening right until the end, my friends. If you enjoyed today's video, please share the love. Tell someone about these videos. Encourage them to start at lesson 1 and only do 1 lesson a day. Are you ready for our special treat? Here comes the vaccine. We've been waiting for 4 hours, coming under heavy guard, and we are going to get our vaccine. How cool is this? So exciting. Love holds no grievances. Have a day of being joyously free of all grievances, my friends. I love you.